week, and we are live with the Rolling Out Lineup. We got a special guest in the house tonight, Miss Crystal Renee Hayslett of BET Sister. Of course, you guys know that's Tyler Perry's show. And she just became a series regular for season 2. She plays Fatima. But before we get into her, I do want to let y'all know it's her birthday, so we can't keep her long. But before we get into her, I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm drinking on, and then I'm gonna pass the ball. My glass is empty, but I do have some Edelweiss. So I'm about to crack this open and get to my Edelweiss, y'all. And I'm gonna pass the ball to the birthday girl. What you drinking on, Crystal?
I haven't started yet because I didn't want to be too inebriated for the. I had mimosa for breakfast, and I was like, let me chill out for this part. I wanted to make sure I was in control.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay, well, we're gonna pass the ball to Latrice and see what Latrice's work is working with tonight.
Okay, y'all. So what's up? Your girl Latrice. I got a making celebrity word artist, creative director, but I forgot my drink downstairs. So if I had a drink on something, it was Moscato. My bad.
Where's
Kristen?
You want me to help you?
Right. I'm like, what's going on here?
Concierge, husband.
That's Dr. Kristen.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm drinking. It's Kristen from candidlykristen.com, and I'm actually drinking on Latrice's Moscato. I decided to take a page out of Rocky's book, and I threw some grapes in here, and boom, cheers, girls. That's what I'm drinking on.
Are those frozen?
Oh, no, they're not.
That's
But it's all good. Rocky, what you drinking on?
Rocky is coming right from. Go ahead and tell them where you coming from, girl.
Well, I am broadcasting live from Cancun. So I got some tequila, some coconut flavored tequila.
You put the lime in the coconut.
Oh, fresh out the freezer.
That's what's up. So while my bottle is being opened.
Concierge. Thank you.
Let's get right into it. So we have your girl, Crystal Renee Hayslett. She plays Fatima. Why don't you just introduce yourself to our audience and let us know who you are, and then we'll go directly into your interview.
All right. My name is Crystal Renee Hayslett. I play Fatima on Tyler Perry's Sistas. It comes on every night. I mean, not every night, every Wednesday night on BET at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
All right. And so you have a very it's not a typical journey to get to where you are today, right? So you used to work corporate. You said, what the heck am I doing here at this desk? There has to be something else out here for me. You took a leap of faith. You went out to Atlanta. You went out to Atlanta first. Went out to Atlanta and started doing your thing, and then it stopped. And then you just got mixed up with Tyler Perry, and you became his stylist. And tell us about your journey. Don't let me tell it. So I know so much because we interviewed her Friday on the morning show. So she gave us a little bit of information there. But tell us about your journey, where you came from, all of that good stuff.
All right, let's get into it. I'm originally from a very small town in Tennessee. It's called Martin, Tennessee, population of 10,000 people. And I could not wait to get out. Like, I was that kid, I could not wait to graduate so I could leave. And I ended up staying there, going to college. And then after college, I moved to Washington, D.C. and worked on Capitol Hill. And like I said before, I just knew I had something more to give to the world. I'm such an artistic person that sitting behind a desk, I knew it just wasn't for me. And I wasn't happy. So I got up, I called my uncle one day. I said, hey, I want to move to Atlanta. Can I come stay with you? And he was like, yeah, sure. And I stayed with him for over a year. And it took me a year to get a job. Like, it was a really rough time. And when I finally got a job, I started pursuing music and acting. And my stylist at the time was working at the studio. And she said, well, you kind of style yourself. Like, would you want to work at the studio until, you know what I'm saying, things pick up just so you can like have a job? And I was like, yeah, sure. So at that time I was actually in between jobs. So I started working at Tyler Perry Studios, and that was 2013. And I remember at that point I was a production assistant, going to get coffee, making copies, running errands for people, doing all the grunt work that nobody else wants to do. And I did it with a smile on my face. And then I remember asking them, I said, hey, I really want a costume. So I started costuming the backgrounders, and then I started costuming first team. And from there, that's when Mr. Perry and I built rapport. And I was always the girl dancing and singing around on set. And he was like, who is this girl? Always happy. And from there, we took a break, and I got a phone call, and they asked me if I wanted to be the costume designer. And then from there, I got a call. I was on vacation. I got a call from him asking if I wanted to be his stylist. And from there, it was just, I was starting to get callbacks. At that point, I was starting to get callbacks on auditions. And I was like, do I stop doing this and go work for him? Or do I just, kind of do what the most responsible thing was, which would be to go work for Tyler Perry. Okay. Do you keep chasing the dream? Right?
Okay.
Listen, I'm like, these people still gotta get paid. And that was definitely going to be a bump in pay. So I prayed about it, and I said, you know what? I'm still getting to be creative. So let me try this and see what it is. And I had also auditioned for 2 of Tyler's shows and never got casted. And didn't know if he saw the auditions or not. And I thought when he gave me the job to style him that he didn't think I could act. And I just found out a week ago that he never even saw the auditions. And he was like, he was like, that's why you never give up. He said, and even if I did, he was like, that doesn't mean that's not what you're supposed to be doing. He's right. Like, I never saw the auditions. And he was like, that's crazy that now, like, you know what I'm saying, you're one of my series regulars on the show. And I'm like, I know.
Love that story. Love that story. It just shows that perseverance, hard work, dedication, and it's going real hard for your dreams pays off. Like, I love that. I'm gonna throw the ball to, it's actually my left, Latrice, and she has a question for you as well.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm in fashion too, and I love fashion. I love your style on the show and right now as you go into your birthday party. But how is it styling for Tyler Perry, and what is his personal style like?
It's funny because I got to revamp his whole style when I started styling him. Tyler, just styling him and being around him as much as I am in such that intimate space, it's sometimes I think that's probably one of the jobs that I get the most anxious about, because it's like, it's Tyler Perry and I'm like, I can't mess this up. And I'm constantly trying to just make sure like I get another step above what I did the last time, especially when it comes to award shows and when he's doing television appearances. But working with him is a blast. We have a ball together. But sometimes because he's so tall, you know what I'm saying, he's not like your normal off the rack guy. So it's like, sometimes it's hard to shop for him. I have to get a lot of things custom made. But I love it because he lets me be free, and he'll look at some stuff and be like, all right, Crystal. And then he walks out and he's like, oh, I like that. Yes. I'll be like, see, I told you. And he's like, all right. So it's funny, like I kind of have to ease things on him because he's such a conservative man. And I'm like, no, we're going to step out your box a little bit. And he's like, all right. So now we're 5 years in, so he trusts me now.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, throw the ball to Latrice.
Let's throw it to Kristen.
Okay, so Crystal, you have a phenomenal story. I would love for you to share with our audience just maybe a moment where, during your journey into the acting world, where you felt like, all right, I'm actually in this, I get it, I'm in my groove. Like, what was that moment like when you realized, okay, I arrived?
Wow. I think I found, because the first season I was costume designing and acting. So I was still dressing every actor on the show, and then literally going to my dressing room, getting dressed, going to set, like, okay, and just like a deer in headlights. I think this season, because I got to really find out who Fatima was, she had a backstory, and I was able to really like build that character. That's when I was like, okay, I got this. And when I walked on set, like every scene, I was like, I didn't even have to like really look at my scripts. I really knew where we were. I'm like, okay, I'm coming from here. I know this emotion. All right, bad. I'm like, he's like, you ready? I'm like, I'm ready. And he was like, okay. And then I'd finish. He'd be like, yes. And I'd be like, I did it. He was like, you killed it. And I'm like, and I think in those moments when like I'm getting that, you know what I'm saying, that reassurance from him, really let me know, okay, like, and it felt good. Like, I just felt like this is where I belonged. And as a kid, I was 5 years old, with a highlighter in my hand on our little fireplace giving acceptance speeches. Who does it at 5 years old?
Who does it at 5 years old is that person who wants it, you, and you got it. Yes.
Right. Yeah. So I think then this second season is when I really feel, I won't say I've arrived, but I would say like I'm where I belong, and I found my groove and my pace for sure. Yeah.
Wonderful. All right, throwing the ball to Rocky.
Okay, so happy birthday again, Crystal.
Thank you, Rocky.
So describe some ways that you are similar to Fatima and how you and her are different. Like, there were some moments probably you were like, okay, this was easy for me, it's natural. But then what were some moments where you're like, okay, I'm not like this in real life, so I need to dig a little deep.
Yeah, okay, let's see how I can tell you without telling you too much. Okay, I will say that Fatima, she's a rider, like she really is, and I'm like that with all my friends. I don't know if Crystal would really cry. I'd like to allow my friends to come to me when they have issues or when they want to talk, but Fatima really kind of puts herself into whatever Andy has going on. But the audience loves it. They're like, I need a friend like her. So I don't really cry. But what else? Fatima, I did tell you guys that I have an unexpected love interest, and there's some things that you'll see that I don't know if Crystal would do. But it's funny because I find a lot of, in my dating life now, after shooting, I find a lot of different things that Fatima dealt with popping up in my real life. And I'm like, wait a minute now. It's literally like art is imitating life. And I see those things pop up and I'm like, ooh, I was like, okay. But Fatima has fun. Like, she's not really locked into like one guy she dates. Like, she's just like, what? Like, I'm about to have fun, you know, and it's not on like no hoe stuff, but like she's like, you know what I'm saying? She's doing what guys do. Like, she wants to see what she wants. So you got to date
life, enjoying and living life.
Yeah. And I think that's something that I could take away from Fatima, because I'm such a like date one person, you know, but I feel like I need to be a little more open to dating, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard now during COVID, but yeah.
Yeah, that part.
Right.
Maybe by next birthday you have a beta join you.
Honey, I hope so. I do.
Listen, so I was trying to get her to spill some of the tea on the morning show of who this new love interest is, and we're gonna try it again just a little bit, give us some tea. You gotta give us some exclusive tea on your new love interest. You know we tuning in, but give us just a smidge.
Let me see. I can't, because I can't. But what I will say this though, you'll get a clue this Wednesday.
Okay.
I can say that you'll be like, oh, but you gotta watch.
So
there you go.
Gotcha.
I think I know what's going on, and I'm not gonna spill it because we're gonna talk about it after you leave, because I don't want them to be like, she told, and you know. So anyway.
Yeah, you know, I get in trouble for that.
Right. So I don't want you to get in trouble. So
that's with the ratings and stuff. Spoiler alert.
We do predictions, and I'm probably like 90% there. If y'all would agree, don't be hating.
Okay, so who do you think it is?
I don't want to get you in trouble. I'm
not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say yes or no, but you can do a prediction. We can talk about it on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's a prediction. So I think it's gonna be a female. And I think it's gonna be somebody close. Like it's gonna be a female. I don't think it's gonna be a male.
Okay. Okay,
Writer's room.
Right. Now that's a plot twist. Okay.
Okay. So I do want to go back to your journey though, because I was so I want to say enamored by behind your journey, and you're so humble. And I just love when things happen for humble people, and you have such a great spirit, you know. And so I want to go back to that just a little bit, because we're in the last quarter of 2020, and
Yeah.
2020 hasn't been an easy journey for anyone in the world, even, right? But there have been some people that are walking away from this pandemic like richer than they were before, you know, health, wealth, money wise, all of that. But to that same point, I want you to speak to how you manifested and crushed your goals this year and beyond, and how you spoke life into your vision and you just went for it.
Okay, yeah, that's so true. This year has definitely been trying for a lot of people, including myself. You know, there was moments where and I talked to people that I'm close with, that I was even kind of struggling with my walk in my faith, because everything around me just seemed to be so crazy. And I'm just like, God, where are you? You know, because it was just so hard. And I know where my help comes from. I'm grounded in that. But it was really hard. And as we got the scripts, I'm like, wow, we're about to start working again. I was so grateful, but then I was so like, wow, I'm thinking about all the people who still not working. Like, I have friends that just stepped on a set yesterday, and I'm like, you know, you want to be grateful and like be like, this is what I'm doing, but then you got to think about all the people that are suffering, and be mindful of that. So it was definitely an humbling moment. But what I did is I found a way to be grateful for my blessing and honor that, you know, by making sure I studied my butt off. I studied so hard because I knew that whatever I asked for, it was being like dumped on my plate. And I was literally like, oh gosh, like this is a little heavy. And you pray, you pray for like God to enlarge your territory and for your cup to runneth over. But
Okay.
you gotta remember, like, okay, Lord, this is what I asked for, and I know you're not gonna give me more than I can bear, but okay, how can I honor this? So I wanted to make sure that I honored the blessing of actually being able to be a series regular, be Fatima. And I remembered what I had prayed for and manifested even as a child, you know, what I wanted to do. So I had to remember those seeds that I had sown. And in those moments, like when I started getting stressful and I would get headaches just from like reading over and over and studying and being on Zoom calls for 3 and 4 hours at a time with different characters, trying to get these the scenes down, and then separately studying with my acting coach. And then like I'm like even being like conscious of like COVID, like, can you wear a mask, wash your hands when you come in the house, like all these different things. So it was one of those things. But like once I got settled into that, found out who Fatima was and really figured that out, it was just like, all right, let's go.
All right. Latrice, I'm throwing the ball.
Crystal, I think you answered every question that I was about to ask you.
Really?
But yes. So I'm trying to figure it out right now. But going from production assistant and custom designing, do you see yourself like owning your own fashion line? And who will be some other celebrities that you would love to work with?
Yeah, I definitely do want to eventually kind of just do a whole full circle thing where I tap into the fashion, the music, and everything. But for fashion, I definitely would want to work with Rihanna. I love her fashion. I would want to work with Beyonce. I'm like the biggest Beyonce fan. I don't know if y'all know this, but I can talk. Like I do Beyonce impersonations.
Give us a little bit. Give us a little bit of Beyonce.
Okay. All right. I just want to thank you guys so much for allowing me to be here today. I love rolling out. You guys are so beautiful, and I really appreciate the time that you've given me. I enjoyed you guys so much on Friday morning, and I'm glad I can spend my birthday with you guys.
Oh,
got it. Twang down. You got that Houston twang down.
Come on, B.
Got that twang down pack.
you
Listen.
down. So, okay, what's the trick? How did you do it? Like, girl.
I already got the deep voice, and I'm from the country, so that was part. But then she does this thing in her throat. and kind of nasally at the same time. So
Uh-huh.
you know, so you gotta kind of get in there, like.
Hey,
But I love the queen. All hail to the queen. I love her.
you gonna have me sitting up here practicing.
Right.
Oh no,
So it's nasally and it's the throat. Okay,
Yes,
remember that.
And then the deepness of the voice. She's got that sultry voice.
and then
Yeah.
pacing was on point too because
I was gonna say it's very controlled.
Yeah,
Her voice is, you can tell it's very even and controlled. Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
But yeah, Beyonce and who else did I work with? Let's see who else I love celebrity wise.
Beyonce, Rihanna.
Yeah, the fashion, because Rihanna kills the fashion.
Any other man besides Tyler?
Mm-hmm.
Any other man besides Tyler?
Oh, that I would want to work with. Let's see. Oh, you know, his name is he's the star of John Singleton's last show. Snowfall.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh gosh, what is his name? Oh God, it's on the tip of my head. I gotta look it up.
What is his name?
Damon Idris or something.
Idris. Yes.
Yes, I'm gonna look it up. Yes. I know you're talking about the main character who plays Frank.
I love him. He's so good, and and I love his fashion on the personal side. So, yeah, I would love to work with him too.
Fashion do you absolutely hate?
Whose fashion do I hate? You know what? It's not for me. I don't judge fashion because I feel like that's an expression that we can like. That's how I express myself from how I'm feeling. So when I see people, I just look at it. That's their expression for the day of how they're feeling, or even just all the time. So yeah, I don't look at fashion and be like, ooh, I don't like that, because I feel like everything is a type of art and it's an artistic expression from the inside.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
You are a true Libra. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. A true Libra.
I am. Are you a Libra?
No, I'm an Aries.
Okay. All my good friends are Aries, and my daddy is too.
Yeah, we're out. Yeah.
Good people.
Edible.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna throw it to Rocky, and then she gotta go because it's her birthday. So go ahead, Kristen.
Oh, I know you couldn't spill any tea about the show, but I had a question about the bubble. Like, I know the bubble experience was, I mean, just something else. Can you just share what that was like?
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm gonna just give you the whole spiel. So when you pull up, nobody can touch anything that you brought into the bubble. So you pull in, you park your car, they give you a gift bag, and in the gift bag you have all these cleaning supplies. You wipe down your car, get all your belongings that you're taking into the bubble, and you go to the testing site. We get tested, we get checked in, we have gators that pick us up and take us to our housing that we're going to stay in until all the testing has been done. So once you get tested, you cannot come in contact with anyone else. We have to stay in these rooms by ourselves until all the testing is done to make sure no one came in with COVID, because if somebody got out, then you have an outbreak. So we ended up staying in for about 72 hours, but they fed, when I say them folks fed us, like they were knocking on our door at midnight talking about midnight snack. I'm like, I gotta go on camera. I want a midnight snack. I need some water. But they were really good with it. They were really good to us even during that time. And once everybody got it cleared, Tyler was like, all right, guys, he called us out onto the line. He said, everyone is negative. You all can move into your respective housing, and we'll get started on filming in the next day or so. So we did that. And then once we got started, y'all, it was so hot. And the crew had to walk around in hazmat suits, some were in masks and the face shields, so that we were protected, because we couldn't have on masks when we were on set. So that was, I felt really bad. They were drilling us, hydrate, because it was so hot outside. And I remember having like a massive headache the first few days just because it was so hot, and I was just still trying to study so much. But once we got going, Tyler shoots fast. So we're moving. So I think one day I had like 30 something scenes, and in normal Hollywood, you might have 2. So yeah, and it was crazy. So like you got all these scenes and we're jumping from different locations. So you're trying to remember where you came from and all these different emotions that you were feeling so that it matches when they edit it. It was a lot. It was a lot. And when I left, I slept for an entire week.
Yeah.
Like, it was like my like
So how long did it take to shoot?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
22 episodes.
Wow.
Wow.
Where they do that at?
Where they do that at? Only in Tyler Perry Studios.
That's right. That's right. It's like literally like a boot camp. Like we go in there and we get it done, but nobody works as hard as we do. Like we literally have the hardest working crew, team, actors, production. Like everybody's amazing over there. And Tyler, like he had his own chef cooking for us. Like we had our own kitchen and our own food that they would go buy for us, and then he still had his chef cooking for us every night. So it was super dope. He was right there with us in the yard, living in his house. Like actually on this time when we shot, he was on his tour bus, but he was right there on the grounds with us. He wasn't up in his office in his real nice apartment that he has up there on the 4th floor. He was right there with us in the trenches.
He's thugging it out. I love it.
So Crystal, real quick, I missed it. You said 2 weeks and how many episodes?
22.
Girl.
22 episodes. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Insane.
Okay. Okay. Last question, because she gotta go. It's her birthday, y'all. Stop trying to keep her.
Y'all good.
I'm gonna make it quick. So it's a blessing. It's like I'm from the east side of Detroit, and sometimes I think about where I've come and where I am now. So with you coming from Tennessee, the small town, I'm sure you are inspiring some young ladies there. So have you thought about ever mentoring some of the young girls there to kind of inspire them? I'm sure you can inspire them, but help them if they want to do what you do.
Absolutely. Anybody from my hometown knows I'm an open book. I'm very approachable, and I will help anybody I can. I don't really solicit it. I haven't gotten to a place where I felt like I'm in a place where I can solicit to be someone's mentor. I'm still trying to figure it out myself. But as far as like a big sister, you know what I'm saying, that voice of reasoning that they may need as they're trying to figure out their path, I'm there. Yeah, and I'm there for a lot of young women back home and here in Atlanta.
Okay, great. Okay.
Well, we love it. So what happened to my camera, y'all?
There you go.
Love it. So humble. I mean, just such an
Gorgeous.
And gorgeous. Yeah, all of that. I just hate that we can't spend more time with you. I love that it's your birthday, but I hate that you gotta go.
I know.
Any longer, would love to have you come back maybe after the season, maybe do a couple watch parties with you, especially after your love interest is revealed and y'all come back and be like, see, I knew she was right.
Right. You should have a segment called Portia's Predictions.
Let me write that down, girl.
Write that down.
So every time you see the show from now on and you see Portia's Predictions, you know who it came from.
That's right. That's right.
I love it. Well, go ahead and enjoy your birthday. Enjoy that good food that you're about to eat.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Happy birthday.
Many more, and can't wait to check. Well, season 2 started, so okay, I can't wait to see the interest next Wednesday.
Yeah, season 2 started last Wednesday. We're gonna catch up next Wednesday. We're gonna make sure that we find out who that love interest is, and we're gonna watch the rest of the season as well. So, Crystal, thank you for coming on. We definitely appreciate you. Like I said, we're gonna have to have you back for a watch party or something. We gotta have you back, girl.
Yes.
I would love that. I love you guys' energy, and thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. I really wish I could stay longer.
Absolutely.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Beyonce, take us out with another Beyonce. Let us know where we can find the show and watch the show in your Beyonce voice.
All right. Thank you guys so much for having me tonight. Please tune in every Wednesday on BET at 9 p.m. for Tyler Perry Sistas, only on BET. Thank you.
Girl. It took like 1 millisecond of a breath to do that. You ain't even need no 2 seconds to get it together. I love it.
Did I tell you like Cassie Davis that does the plays with Tyler? She didn't even let me talk in my regular voice. She's like, don't talk to me unless you're gonna talk like Beyonce. Like, Cassie. Like, it's funny, like everybody's like, do it, talk like her, do it.
Right.
When I put my blonde wig on, they were like,
Lord.
Game over.
It's over.
Crystal.
I love it.
Night.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
And have a good one, guys.
You too.
All right, thanks. Bye.
God. Wasn't she just amazing?
She's so dope.
Yes,
We love her.
beautiful.
We love her.
Yeah.
So beautiful, down to earth, humble, all of that. Like, go girl.
Girl.
I love it. So we got to make sure we catching up on Sistas. Actually, I'm still on season 1. I'm not gonna lie.
I love it. I've been watching it throughout. I like it.
Tell us, bring us up to speed. What's going on with season 2, Latrice?
Girl, people finding out who they love interests are. People are dating gay people. People are dating straight people. People are people are in a situation where their loved ones put them in a situation where they lost all their money because they found love instead of trying to figure it out for themselves. But they let the man just take all this money and all this stuff from them. And then it's a lot going on. It's a mystery. Y'all gotta see it. I don't want to give too much, but that's what when it comes to women and it's a group of women, there's a lot of stuff going on when it comes to a lot of women. So we fall in love with the wrong guys. We fall in love with people that we think that's it's for us. It's not for us. So that's what Sisters is about.
Okay, so I'm catching up on season 1. It's 20 episodes. Like she said, they filmed 22
It's
episodes.
good.
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. But then they got a show called The Brothers too.
It's called Bruh, right?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
That comes on BET too. That's Tyler Perry's too.
So Tyler Perry, shout out to Tyler Perry. He killing it.
Shout out to Tyler Perry.
Got like
we
10
gotta go to
shows.
his studio. Get in the bubble.
When they open it up, right? It's still in bubble mode, ain't it?
I love it. Yeah. Whether you like his work or not, you cannot deny his work ethic is a beast.
Not at all.
Who he is, and I mean, he's a force to be reckoned with.
He's doing it.
Right. All those critics, I'd be like, but y'all not setting records and leaving legacies like Tyler is. So
he's definitely because he got like 6 shows out, right?
I was gonna say it's about 10.
More than that. I was gonna say more than that.
It's about 10. He got like 10 shows on air. I don't even know, but I'm just guessing.
He has a lot of shows out.
Sisters, have and have not.
Producing more. Yeah. And not even to mention what's the show with Meet the Pains. It's a new one.
Meet the Pains.
Right.
And then Are We There? It's a whole bunch of. He got a lot going on.
Ruth. He got the show called Ruth. I mean, he got tons of shows out right now. So shout out to him, man.
Did y'all see that show, Ruthless?
Yes, it's crazy.
I'm gonna watch that show. I was like, what's
that
going
show
on?
Crazy, girl.
What are you watching?
BT as well. BT Plus, actually. I think it's BT Plus.
It's BT Plus, or
So I would love to know this contract, the details of the contract between Tyler and BET. That's so interesting, that partnership.
Yeah, because he got tons of shows, a lot of shows.
He running it like they are conforming. Just know
and
that.
Then also he's a co-owner of like BET Plus, isn't he?
Good. Okay, good. Because
I think that was I think that was part of the deal. Like he has ownership.
Because I was concerned that the original BET had been sold to a mainstream company. They
I mean it's still Viacom. It's still Viacom. But
he definitely
has ownership.
Everybody got their boat necklace on. Everybody got
boats.
Right. I'm actually going down to the county clerk's office tomorrow to get my ballots. And I'm gonna fill it out. I'm gonna bring it home so boys can see what I'm doing. And we're gonna look at these candidates together. I'm gonna fill it out and I'm gonna drop it back off. I was on the fence about actually going on November 3rd. I'm over it. We're gonna get that ballot. We're gonna fill it out.
Get it in hand.
Get it early.
And then we're gonna, take it back and be counted that way. So yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. So what else is going on in the world, y'all?
I have to talk about, did you guys watch 40-Year-Old Version on Netflix?
Parts of it. I was cackling. I was cackling.
It's so good. Like I've been binging Netflix for the every day, honestly.
I was cackling.
But
Genius.
But yes, if you have not watched it, it's so good.
That's what the Black
It's
Writer.
hilarious.
What's the girl's name?
Rodimus Prime is all I remember is her name.
That's her rap name.
In real life, her name is I forgot her last name, but she's been out here grinding. I was reading about a New York Times article with her in it. She's been grinding for a while.
But
it's just hilarious. The music, the innuendos, the nuances, the just I'm Black and I'm proud moments, and I don't give a damn
if you're a creator of any sort, like you can identify with parts of her story.
Right. Yes.
Exactly. My sister's a playwright, and I immediately, when I first started watching, I texted her like, "You need to watch this, like now." It was a few days later. She was like, "Oh my God, this was my life."
Yeah,
like,
it is.
Living in New York, it's life. So it was. I mean, it's so.
I felt it when she choked him. I felt it when she choked him. Boy.
Because how many times did somebody say something crazy to you and you actually imagine choking them? Or you actually choke them?
Not so much a choke for me. It wasn't
all the time.
Not so much a choke for me. It was probably like a punch right to the face, like
whatever, or
it's a choke for me.
A punch in the face.
It's a choke. Right. It's a joke for me.
I have Ally McBeal moments all the time.
See there.
Y'all Google Ally McBeal. Y'all know.
Right. Okay, so speaking of punching in the throat, did y'all see that Hollywood is casting Gal Gadot, I think that's how you pronounce her last name, of Wonder Woman fame as the upcoming Cleopatra? Hold on, y'all.
Oh, I did see that. It's trending. Yeah.
Y'all see that? What y'all think about that? Can y'all see it? Okay, can y'all see it?
No,
it's gotta be a brown girl.
It's like Liz Taylor all over again. Y'all need to
stop all over again.
Y'all need to stop it.
Right.
I have no comment. No comment. Move on before I say something I should.
That's why I said, speaking of punching in the throat.
So this is technically the part where we're supposed to play. Didn't she go viral earlier this year for her rendition of Imagine by, I think it's the Beatles? She got like all of her celebrity friends to join in. Gal Gadot, and this thing went viral in a bad way. Like folks are like, well, "You're a celebrity. We don't know. We're not going to imagine there's no people. What are you talking about?" So I think this is the time where she gets that all over again. All over again. No, thank you. Thanks for no.
And I didn't even like her as Wonder Woman. I'm gonna say that too. But whatever. That's a whole nother topic.
Wonder Woman, y'all.
I wasn't even impressed.
I didn't watch it. The last thing I liked her in was like, what was it? Fast and Furious. And I think that was just because they was driving a bunch of fast cars.
But Wonder Woman, she wasn't Linda Carter-ish enough for me. But again, that's a whole nother topic.
I wasn't interested enough to watch it. Like, I was just And Wonder Woman was my girl when I was growing up. I was like, I want to be Wonder Woman, for Halloween. But I think they taking this Halloween-ish too far. And it's a no for me. It's a no for me.
Too far.
It's going to be a no because we, like Issa Rae, we rooting for everybody Black.
Okay,
Speaking of Issa Rae, did you guys watch Saturday Night Live last night?
I didn't watch it.
Listen. I heard she went for Kanye and Kanye responded though.
What did he say?
I don't know the details. I just know she came for him in her monologue and he said, "I'm praying for her."
Oh, I was gonna say frantically searches Kanye's tweets. I was going. Go ahead. I was.
And Kanye responds to Issa Rae SNL joke. Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for the clip. I did watch her monologue, and the monologue was cool. It was cool. Like it was cool.
What was it?
Cool. It was talking about. She was talking about. She was so excited to be here. She was supposed to be here early in the year when she had a movie out to promote. But it wasn't a gasping like, oh my gosh. It was cute. So
all right. And Kenan Thompson made a reference of Kanye West and she said, Kanye F him. and along with an eye roll. So she was in a skit with Kenan Thompson, pretty much.
Let me see. Okay, let me see. I think I got something, y'all.
Yeah.
But this is what's so shady. So apparently Kanye West.
So
shady. No. This isn't even the shade that you're expecting. He retweets Adele because I guess Adele's gonna be on Saturday Night Live next week. Like he
okay, so that's just mentally unstable.
Wait a minute.
Let's look at her. Wait a minute, y'all. Let's look at her skit. Let me see.
Verizon 5 is here with a coverage of 5G nationwide and in more and more cities, the unprecedented performance of ultra-wideband. This is the 5G America's been waiting for, only from Verizon.
Sorry, y'all. We're not gonna look at all the
it was towards the end.
Good morning. It's Your Voice Chicago. I am Jay Lewis Tibbs coming to you on this Sunday at 7:30 a.m. right before a 2-hour commercial for a pot that you can cook a steak in.
Really towards the end. They say seconds before the end.
Give me a minute. You know, I'm sorry, but these two have absolutely no... Wait, I got it. Stay with me. These ladies are passionate. And is why we need to give them jobs as state representatives. Lift them up. Okay, I'm lifting, but sometimes it's hard.
It's actually not that hard. Why don't we take a break? When we come back, we'll talk about the presidential race between Donald Trump, Joe Biden, and Kanye West.
Kanye, F him.
So this is Kanye's response. He tweeted, "I've always said SNL uses Black people to hold other Black people back. My heart goes out to Issa Rae. I'm praying for her and her family."
Silence, a moment of silence.
Y'all.
Dead crickets.
Okay, okay.
Crazy.
I mean, he has mental instability, so we can only pray for him. I don't think dogging him out is gonna help, but just pray for my man and keep it pushing.
But why did he feel like he had to respond?
Right.
Because he was probably he had what is it called? He's admitted he has bipolar issues, and he's also admitted that sometimes he goes up and then he goes down. So mania, right. He's too busy trying to get folks to write him in for presidency. So I think that should be his primary focus, and we could just keep ignoring him and voting for Biden.
Okay. Yeah. I was hoping that her skit was a little more stark. Like it was just like at the end, Kanye FM. I was just hoping that she just went off on him. She didn't. Okay.
You got to remember, this Saturday Night Live, not a Black lady sketch show.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, that was decent, but it needed a little garlic powder, a little spice to it.
A little spice.
Yeah.
A little Cajun seasoning.
Okay, I know this don't have nothing to do with movies and or TV, but it probably could be made into a made-for-TV reality type of show. Did y'all see that amidst COVID in New York, the epicenter, one of the hot epicenters of COVID national, that they were planning to have a 10,000 person wedding that was planned for Brooklyn on tomorrow, and the governor had to step in and shut it down.
Shut it down.
10,000? Was this a celebrity?
Right.
Was it a president?
It's not a celebrity, but so I was so fascinated by it.
What the hell? Who is it?
Right.
Governor Cuomo said, "What you not gonna do is all of that. You ain't doing all of that."
He's a rabbi. I don't know if they call him a grand rabbi, but he's like the rabbi of the rabbis. That's like up
of the rabbis.
Yeah. I don't know. But,
grandchild of a grand rabbi.
He's a grand rabbi, and the grandchild of it was basically like, they were planning on having a 10,000 person wedding.
I don't know that many people.
Well, no, the
I'm just
problem
saying.
is too is that that's been the main reason why they've had outbreaks in Brooklyn. Is a lot of the Hasidic Jews were just like, you know what, we're over it. We're gonna have our services. And it's been outbreaks because of that.
So listen,
that's no surprise.
So I was so fascinated by this. I did a little bit of research. I'm like, is this real? Like, you got 10,000 people that can come to your wedding?
Right.
That's
Can I get 300?
Are you some type of dignitary from Saudi Arabia? What is going on?
I mean, that's a lot of gifts and money and all, but dang, 10,000.
So the nuptials were planned for a grandchild of the notable Hasidic leader Zalman Leib Teitelbaum, reported by the news. They were tipped off by the sheriff's office. On Friday, the New York Sheriff's Office ordered the cancellation of the event. The governor stepped in. It was planned for a synagogue. That was the other question, like, where the hell do you house 10,000 people? Like, for a wedding?
You need a whole street.
How are you feeding all of these people?
So I got questions. I got questions. So,
is it cash or open bar? Like, what's the deal?
So my first question was, who in the FAWK is paying for a 10,000 person wedding?
Right.
Like, who?
That's a lot of food.
Like, we know are known to be wealthy, so
who in the FAWK is the caterer? What was on the menu?
What are y'all eating?
What does the cake look like for a 10,000 person wedding? Like,
he was gonna make it back. 10,000 people at a wedding. He was going to make it back.
That's a good point. You talk about gifts?
Yeah, and gifts and money.
So
and he's Jewish. They was gonna drop the money. Okay.
So do you get your deposit back, or do you get paid if you were a vendor or a caterer or a photographer? Like, you got to get the money back. Like,
no, they just moved the wedding. I bet you money that wedding's gonna still happen. Maybe not with 10,000 people, but they gonna have that wedding. They really are like they are they're over it. Like, they talk about COVID fatigue. That community has had COVID fatigue. They're over it. They want to get back to services and doing what they do.
Yeah.
But the sad part about it is that we've had a whole ton of hotspots going on in the United States, and a lot of people are having COVID fatigue, like to the point where, like, this is about to be a second round. Like, numbers are getting just as bad.
This is why I got away while I could.
As they were in April. So be prepared. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. COVID ain't gone. COVID ain't tired.
But who wants to sit? Okay, and then wait a minute, y'all. Listen. So then, I did, like I said, I did a little bit of research, and a rabbi had COVID back in like March or April. So you know COVID is real, and you still endorsing and sanctioning this wedding for 10,000 people. 10,000.
That's a lot of people.
I think you heard about the I don't know. I don't know if it's city council or congressman down in maybe Florida. He was crowd surfing at a Trump rally.
I don't understand.
And he's black. What I'm getting at is the fact that people know that COVID is out here, and they're doing stuff like going to rallies without masks, crowd surfing. Like, folks, it's about to get real out here. It really is. So none of this surprises me at all.
Okay, y'all. So y'all been watching Lovecraft Country?
Yes, girl, come on tonight, the finale. Yes.
What's on the finale?
Gotta catch up.
10 p.m. y'all.
Okay, so we actually do have one of the actors that was in the show. He's coming on at 9:00, so we gotta go. So we probably got about 5 minutes. But he's gonna come on to talk about it, y'all. And it's amazing.
It's really amazing. Whoever wrote the scripts and the storyline, this is incredible.
Jordan Peele?
Isn't it incredible?
And I gotta find a producer. Ashley not here, so she can't quickly look it up right quick. But it's a Black girl that is co-producing with him.
Is it Misha Green?
Wow.
Misha Green is her name.
He also did Underground.
Yes.
But they did some topics.
Listen,
they hit on some topics.
Kristen, you said you had to sit one day and just binge watch it. That was my day today. I did that.
I did that. It was like 2:00, and I was like, okay, it's 10 episodes. 2:00. I'm not going to be able to finish it. So I just decided I'll wait till the finale and then do everything tomorrow.
Nah,
but I'm on it. I'm on it.
You're not gonna be able
to watch it all.
And then my phone was ringing, and I'm like, I'm watching the show.
I'm gonna get back into it.
But you know what? The last episode was incredible. It had me tearing and hating people and wanting to fight real quick. I mean, it was all that, all emotions, all emotions.
So nonetheless, so we have a guy coming on. His name is Keith. Let me tell y'all what his name is. And he played Gilbert in one of the episodes. Unfortunately, he died, but he did get a chance to play. So we're gonna be talking to him. We're gonna be talking. Why is this going to see it, man?
Yeah, I'm
gonna be talking to him soon. Anyway, 9:00. So we gotta go. But I got one last thing for y'all. What else y'all got before I go to my last thing?
I've been caught up in Real Housewives of Potomac. That whole Monique Samuels is a very interesting story, how they pretty much plotted behind her back to get her off the show.
Yeah, they plotted.
That's
you can tell
very
Giselle.
How Candace admitted that they purposely did stuff. So but I gotta get
okay
into that.
Okay. What's that?
That was me. Sorry.
Okay. This is the last thing, and then we gotta go because, like I said, we gotta talk to Keith at 9. But y'all, so pre-COVID, I would go to the spa, often. I'm not gonna say every month. I'm not gonna say, whatever. I would go often, and so I miss it, right? And so after COVID, post-COVID, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go to a spa, get a massage, and have anybody touch me because now I'm like, germs, right? Germs of COVID. But I saw this, y'all, on Facebook, and I was like,
2000. King Midas massage. Well, you just need that doggone special touch. Look how he rapping on that girl. Right, he all on her spinal cord. Ooh, wee. I can hear her breathing now. She like, look at her. Y'all hear it? She like, Lord have mercy. King Midas ain't playing, doggone it. Listen, she must be a janitor or something. Look how he winding her joints up. Lord have mercy, bruh. Please don't do both of them, King Midas. Don't do it. For the sake of God, don't do both of her legs, King Midas. No, it ain't gonna be no good. Lord have mercy. Look at him. Yep, he done did it. Oh, Lord.
Yep.
Yeah. It was a commentary for me.
Exactly. That's what I say. Who's the voiceover? It's hilarious. It's a lot of guys like that, though. It's a lot of a lot of these massage masters.
They be touching.
That's unfortunate.
If I wasn't married, I would
massaging.
That's unfortunate.
What's
Marsha, when you do find a place, let me know, because I definitely I was on Groupon. You want to try? Like, somebody? No, I can't do it.
You want to try King Midas?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Negative.
Why not, Kristen? You single to the show? Well,
Negative. Next question.
Even if it wasn't COVID? No.
No.
What's wrong with King Midas?
I hate y'all.
I'm just saying.
It's 8:55. We gotta go, guys.
We gotta go, y'all. But King Midas is out there. I might have to contact him. Just because we ran his clip and gave him some promo. That's all I'm saying. King Midas, you might have to give us some services.
We're going down a rabbit hole. We will never recover from.
He can wear a mask. You see, he got the cover on it too. You got
Child.
sanitized body oil.
I'm just saying, Rocky gonna have to be the sacrificial lamb for this one. Uh-oh. Who's that? Who just came in? I hope that's not Munson. Hold on, y'all. Who was that just came? Okay, it's not Munson. This is our guest from Lovecraft. You early. Hey, what's going on? What's going
5
on?
minutes early. Hey.
Yes, I did say 5 minutes early. I was trying to end this at 8:55. So we're ending this show. Then we're gonna come back for Lovecraft. We're gonna talk to you some more. And so we're gonna end the wind up. We're gonna come back, y'all. Everybody that's already online right now, y'all. No, why did he leave?
But you said he's gonna end this show and come back.
Well, we gonna end it and he was gonna come back.
He was like, "King, I got the 5
Gotta go. Right.
Dang it. Okay, y'all.
By the way, Kathleen said a massage like that better end with a happy ending. Better come with a happy ending.
We gonna, Kathy, we gonna sacrifice Rocky for that one. I ain't gonna try it.
I'm being nice. I like my husband this week, so I ain't gonna do that.
I ain't trying it. I'm just letting y'all know I ain't gonna try.
I wonder where he's located. Let me look up his Instagram.
So y'all asking too many questions.
Atlanta.
Lord to help.
In Atlanta?
No, I just say he probably in Atlanta.
Like, you can't touch me like that. I'm good. We gonna throw that to Rocky, y'all. We gotta go. We coming back. Everybody that's currently on the wind up, come back in about 5 minutes for Lovecraft Country. We're gonna talk about the season finale. We're gonna talk about what we can expect and all of that good stuff. So we'll see y'all later. All right, y'all. Tune in next week. We might have another Tyler Perry guest. You know Tyler Perry killing it. All right.
Yeah, he's killing it. Shout out.
I'm your girl, Portia Monique. We got Latrice Delgado making Kristen, Roshan, Candidly Christian, Rocky with Rocky's Reality, Portia Monique, and we'll see you soon.